And now let me share the screen. We'll continue. And today we'll see a very interesting visualization tool. And this will really, but in the interview, no one will ask you to draw a particular tool, draw a image. But yes, your confidence level, your scientific approach of thinking, okay, critical analysis, this all will count if you have the idea of creating different kind of images and making the interpretation. Yes, sometimes in the interview, sometimes no, most of the time they definitely ask you whatever project you have mentioned in your resume. So either in the third round or final round, they ask you, okay, give the presentation of your project, whatever you have done. So at that time, naturally, your this skill play very important role, because they don't expect that you show them the line of code, what kind of code you have done. No, they are not much interested. The skill, how you are understanding the problem and how you are explaining the solution. So it's a better idea, rather than giving the presentation on the Jupyter notebook, give the presentation on your PPT. So 15 to 20 page PPT is enough for any kind of project, and it will take not less than half an hour time to explain properly the project. And definitely they will not give 2 hour, 3 hour to understand the things. So half an hour, you can summarize a very nice way whatever you have done, what interpretation you have made. So naturally, so today we will learn about the EDA part and all those things. So it's really nice, and we will use a very good very interactive tool today. And this is the little bit different than our Matplotlib and Seaborn, but very, very close. So new learning will be there. Okay. So I hope you all are also either start applying for some interview or planning to do some things. Okay. So in my today's status, I have mentioned a very nice topic. So how to answer the difficult interview questions which you don't know. So suppose if I will ask anyone, Priyam. Yes, Priyam, you are in the class, Priyam? Hello? Priyam,
Yes, sir.
you, yes,
Yes,
please.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Priyam. Suppose interviewer has asked you a question related to your anything, like as lots of a vast syllabus is there, na deep learning topics are there, okay, and some kind of interpretations are there, or anything they have asked, and you are not able to reply. You don't know the answer. So what should be your approach? Suppose they have asked anything and you have no idea of that particular concept.
And then I will tell some related terms.
Correct. So it is better than that uh, don't give any kind of fake expertise solution that you are aware of these things and this is the way. So they will understand it very easily, and it will create a bad impression. So it's better to uh, apply some kind of diplomatic approach. You can say, I don't know about this question, I'm not familiar about these topics. Then you can divert their attention towards your strength. If suppose, just example, if they have asked about the AWS and you are not very much confident about it, okay, so rather than you are giving some wrong information, you can divert their attention. Yes, this is also very interesting topic, and I am planning to learn about this also. But I am till today I have developed my strength in analysis. I have done some stock market prediction also. So look, although this is not very much related, but it is showing some kind of willingness that you are not afraid of that you don't know. And it's also showing some kind of positive attitude that it's just you are interested to learn something new. And naturally, very soon you will learn some new things also. But you have created a impression that you have done some amazing also, like as stock market prediction you are doing right now. You are working on time series. So naturally, the next question definitely they will ask related to time series, and that is your that is your strong area. So this few techniques are required. So it's created good vibes also, and it is not making a wrong impression, because no one can say, no one have the idea of all the question whatever they will ask he will reply. Few people having this kind of confidence that whatever they will ask I will reply, and without knowing thing they will do some kind of uh, fake expertise kind of thing, some kind of wrong guess. So it is not a good thing. Okay, so these things we have to remember, because in the interview, how to divert the attention towards your strength, that's all the tips is required. No matter whether you are, suppose you are very good in cricket, because this is the one of the real example I would like to explain. My nephew had a interview in railways in some senior position. So they asked something questions, but he was not aware. Then they immediately they asked, okay, which city you belongs to. Then he told, okay, I am from Ranchi. Oh, then just one interviewer has indicated from Dhoni city. Now he had the opportunity. He started speaking on related to something about the Dhoni cricket. Then their attention was towards his interest, sports interest. So they ask few questions related to cricket and sports also. So it creates a good vibes. It creates a good vibes. So this works everywhere, almost any good interview it works. Any kind of uh, large organization, corporate organization, it works. They are not just looking for your uh, skill. They are looking for your willingness, your interest to learn something new, whether you are a fast learner or not. So these all things we should take care when we appear for an interview. And most of the time, if we create a good vibes, good impression, so it works. Rather than, if no matter out of uh, 50 questions, if you are just able to reply 70-80% of questions also, it also works. So I just mentioned this particular thing in my today's WhatsApp status. Anyhow, you all are intelligent people, and definitely you will learn a lots of things in the process. Okay, so Vijay is asking, can please someone share this thing, uh, Google Drive? Yes, Mohit, you can mention uh, any project in your resume, but yes, always remember the project should not be very common, because if you are writing that you have done some kind of basic kind of prediction, so it will be very uh, similar to the hello world of our data science. So don't mention a very common project. Whatever project you mention in, you can make some kind of customization in the project, no problem, because suppose we are working on this particular problem statement, so you can connect this problem statement with various different industries also. If you are in the electrical department, you can connect this particular project with related to transformer failure prediction, how to manage the transformer, how to control all the safety of the employees with related to that. If you are from the oil and gas industry, you can make little modification in this project concept, because no one will ask you to show me the code and show me the where what you have done in the project. Okay, so naturally, if you change it, so in the PPT you have to make little modification, nothing else, but the concept is same. So whatever project you will mention in your resume, you should be confident, and the most important thing, it seems to be an interesting project for you. It's not like that someone has asked you and you have done that project. Because if it is something interesting, then at the time of interview you can create a good impression, no matter what the topics. If you have the interest in stock market, mention that project. If you have the interest in NLP, you mention that project. Whatever topics you have the interest and you can talk in detail, mention that project only. So most of the time it works. Yes, stock market is also one of the nice topic. Okay, time series forecast.
Sir,
Please, yes.
sir, I have a one question. Sir, you just take the project session of us. There, you just told us about the cross validation technique, where you just talk about the cross validation. You just explain what is this. So my question, I just apply the cross validation technique. There was a cross validation score method is there. So question is this: cross validation is only for checking the accuracy of our model, or it is a linear regression, it is a model name, or whatever we are just putting the like decision tree gradient descent. So
Look,
this is like a method, or only we are check with this accuracy only.
look. Actually, I forget your name. Yes, actually, the question you have asked is not at all relevant to this particular project. But yes, you have asked the question related to cross validation. So in the trend test split, we have just one set of training and testing data set, so which is not very authenticate to confirm our model is very good, because by chance you can get a very good training data set or testing data set. That's the reason we use the concept of, yes, Mohini, we use the concept of cross validation. During the cross validation process, we have n number of training and testing set. Okay, whatever cross validation equal to, you will pass, suppose you will pass 10, we have 10 set of train test data set. And naturally, if our data is highly imbalanced, so machine will get good amount of opportunity to learn the minority class also. And if you cross check the model performance uh, with the help of cross validation, so you will have a reliable result. Whatever result will be there, it will be the effective result. So you can inform your stakeholder, look, we are getting a performance of 80%, 82%. I have checked it multiple times on multiple kind of data set. That's the meaning of cross validation. So rather than just checking one time with the trend test split, we can apply cross validation approaches. Okay.
Yeah, sir, you just told the everything in the project
Right.
session. But
Yes.
sir, क्वेश्चन मतलब ठीक है, मतलब ये तो समझ में आ गया। पर
Yes.
अगर जैसे हम मेन बात तो यही आई ना कि हम R2 स्कोर को जैसे निकालते हैं, उसी तरीके से हम क्रॉस वैलिडेशन स्कोर को निकाल रहे हैं कि हमारा जो एक्यूरेसी कितनी आ रही है एवरेजली सारे
Okay.
उस 10 पॉइंट्स पे। यही होता है ना उसका मीनिंग?
Yes, correct. The same thing, whatever I told, na, we are basically finding the accuracy and the other parameters like as recall value, precision value, because accuracy is just not the parameter to decide whether your model is good or not in the case of classification. So we always see the recall precision also. So with the help of cross validation, you are re-verifying with options, with multiple number of training and testing data set. Okay.
तो सर कंफ्यूजन मैट्रिक्स को जब हम
So
निकालते
please,
हैं
please,
तो हम
Mohini, please, these questions, either you can ask to the, you can book the session, and there are many trainers who will help you to solve, because this particular topic is not, when this particular situation will come, I will explain again. So let's first complete the EDA part.
ओके सर।
Said
So
that you are going to give some idea about like you're going to give apply some time series forecasting also in this project. So are you going to do that?
time series was not the little bit things was just there. So I have already splitted the our date time in the month, day, weekend, season. This part we have covered. Regarding the time series, this is there some other projects will be there, some other topics will be there. That is the prediction of stock market prediction. Okay. So if I
But
got the
you're not
opportunity,
going to.
no, here there is no much scope of time series. Little bit
Oh,
some very basic was there that we have covered, and a very basic
okay.
related to NLP was there, that also we have calculated the sentiment score. And now the next part will be, we will see the EDA. We will try to understand what is the reason of accident. These things are very important. And the next part, after doing EDA, we will do the predictive analysis, and this all things is required.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So let's do the EDA of univariate analysis. So let me write here. Univariate analysis. Actually, in the last class, student strength was more, but now it is reduced because from today only, the weekend deep learning batch will start. Okay, that's the reason. So no problem. If you are interested, you can join Monday. I'm also taking the deep learning as well as the NLP batch, evening 8 to 10. So if you are interested to join, you can ask Simran or your coordinator. They will give the access of that batch. Okay. So I will cover the NLP part. Time series will not cover because time series is not in the syllabus right now in this. So, but other things we will cover. Very interesting thing, the NLP and all those things. So let's see. First, start with the country. This is the first column, and we are doing the analysis of this particular country. So let's me the country dot value counts. Value counts will give what are the different categories in the country column, and then I will create a, so it will give the ideas of all these things. Let me value counts, let me write here normalize equal to true, so that there are different options you will found. If you write normalize equal to true value counts, it will give the percentage that we always use on all the cases. No? Otherwise, if you don't pass it, it will just give the numbers. Otherwise, it will give you the percentage. So let's make it 100 also. So this and the
Spanning of countries is not correct.
yes. And we have already imported one package HV. Okay, HV is the, I think as I remember I have already imported. Yes, HoloView package we are using HoloView. Okay, so it's very nice one. So HV dot, first I'm importing the bar plot. HV dot bars. Here we will pass this particular. Okay, then oops. If you want, you can pass the title, color, X level, Y level, whatever things are required. So I'm just passing the title. I'm not passing the color. By default, it will take the color. So is our country counts, no problem. And if you want to pass the X level, Y level, you can write this also. What is the X level? So X level is our countries. Y level is the percentage. What amount of percentage of countries are there? These all things we can write. And similarly, this Y level percentage. And then next will be, we can write here, if suppose you want to see the percentage in the form of percentage signs should be also there. Suppose I'm writing here Y level equal to Y level. I'm just writing Y level as percentage will be there, the heading. So it will display as a percentage, no problem. X level we can write, it is similar to our this matplotlib cbond. So we can pass X level equal to some whatever name you want to. So X level is our country. Okay. So let's see only. And then the next will be, you have to give the text. If you want to see what the on the bar also, the number should print. This thing also we can do on the bar. The number will be available, whatever the number. Otherwise, we have to make the assumptions. Okay, this number is there. With the help of horizontal line, we do calculate these things. Na? Let me write here and dot ops, and here we will write. So ops is a function which help you dot bars, and if you want width, height, we can pass this. Okay, so let me write only here the tools. Tools is the hover. Okay, only this much. Suppose I am writing. Let's run it. Let's see what kind of result we are getting here.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
One request, sir, if possible, just can you mention in the comment that what this ops is in small one line, I mean, if it's possible, so that we can refer it in the future.
1 minute. Why this tools is not defined? Countries around.
Sir, is equals to needs to be given after tools?
Yes, it's correct. Okay, so first of all, I have not passed many other features here right now. But look here, the interesting thing is that if you want, you can drag it. Okay, and when I am moving my mouse over it, it is indicating what is this, all this indication. This is country 3, this is country, this all information we are getting. If I will write here width also, so in place of so it will give us a width of our this particular window box. We can set this thing also. So let me write some width equal to 500 and height equal to, make it 300, no problem. And so let's see. So this size has increased by just writing this thing. So country 1, country 2, country 3, what are the percentages there? 50%, 10%, 20%. Okay, so this all basic information we are getting. So this is one of the simple way. It's very easy. Like this is ops means actually it is a function which is activating whatever you have written. We are using the tools. There are various different options of tools are also there. So you just press the shift and tab button. You will learn a lot about these things. What is this? Ops means you are activating, you are passing all those things. So just press a shift and tab button. You can learn about this particular parameters also, different functions also. So same things, y-tix is also there. Okay, similar kind of x rotation is there. If you want to rotate the text, it is very similar to our matplotlib seaborn. Okay, but yes, little advancement is here, that when we are dragging our mouse, it's displaying. You can move these things. You can increase the size also. Okay, look. So at the time of, sometimes it's give a good impression. If you will giving some kind of presentation, it will look good. This particular tool also you can use. So the next one is similar kind of things we can try for the local. You can do some more modification here as per your requirement, but I'm not giving that. I'm not wasting my time writing long this particular code otherwise. So you can try something more also in this case. Okay, the same we can try. Look here, the interesting in the country 1, lots of factories are there. Something 59% factories are belongs to country 1. Here 31% factories, and in the country 3 we have some 10% of factories. Okay, the same thing we can try for the local also. The second column is our local. So let's try for the local. So similar kind of codes will be required. So let me copy first copy it. I will just change the different variable names. So in place of country, let me write here local. So this we are doing for the local. Let me write here. Local means in which particular exactly which address, which city or district or county this factory is there. So that's we are analyzing. So here round we will make just we'll make here country from local. Value counts normalize hv dot bar all fine, and here I will mention this name and all same thing will be there, no problem. This is the local count percentage. Local and all things are same, no problem. Let's run it. So this is the there are many factories are there which are in the local as per there. So let's make the size little bit more. It's the overlapping, so make it 700. So here local 3 having the highest means this particular location 20 one number of 21% factories are there in this place. So these all things you can do some basic interpretation where the factories are there. Okay, and similar things you can try for some other columns also. We can take the columns like as what are the other. Look here, the interesting thing when we are scrolling, so we can increase the size, we can move it somewhere. So this is a little bit interesting one. So something new we can do here, and the coding is also not very complicated. You can do very easily. It's very similar to our matplotlib. The next thing is the industry sector. So industry sector also we can do the same. What are the different industries are there? Mining is there, manufacturing is there. There are many industries are there. Okay. So 1 minute. Analysis of local, because these images whenever anyone will ask you to give the presentation, so these images are important. This code is you no need to write this code, you just plot this image, just copy this image, paste on the our ppt, and whatever interpretation is there you can write some interpretation 1 or 2 line. So this is that indicates that you have plotted this image. Okay, and naturally, and whatever interpretation you are making, so it will give some good amount of time when you are appearing for any interview. If they will ask you, yes, give the presentation of your project, so they will also come to know how good you are storytelling. Storytelling means how properly you are able to understand the data set. That's the most important thing in the industry. In the real world scenario, the person are not only in doing the writing the codes 8 hours every day. No, 80% times they are finding the effective solution. Writing a code is good thing, but you can find many people who can write the code for you, but who will give the right kind of solution? This is the challenging thing. So they will not pay you just because you are a good coder. They will pay you high good salary because your process of understanding the problem is really amazing and unique. That's the most important thing you have to remember. So let's have analysis of the industry sector. sector will just right here, and in place of local, what is the column name? Oh, it is industry sector. So this is, let me copy paste. So whatever background you have, it is a very interesting thing, whatever background, because everywhere this AI is useful. Okay, so I I I never assume that I am the only person in this class who can deliver the knowledge and wisdom. If you have some opinion, you are always welcome to discuss on that topic also. So simple, we have just changed this industry sector and all those things. Now if you want to write something, some more line of codes here, so you can simply do something like that. Let me write some extra line. So what if I want to print the this particular thing also, na? So here what are the different industry sectors are there? First let me print it, then in the next line of code we'll do it. What is this? Why this is, they are asking, this time it is worked, not ops. I've just made the copy, so why it is not working? Why is the problem? Local cent equal to this. Let me make the copy again.
Sir,
Yes, please.
I have one question. So there are different visualization tools like Power BI, Tableau.
Yes.
Can we use these tools while doing EDA in Python?
Yes, learning of those tools are required when you are learning the Power BI, all those things. Definitely a practice is required, but before doing all those things, you should be a confident in using manual plotting of data. These all things are also equally important.
Okay. Okay.
Those are all automated tool, very easily you can plot. But yeah, who will help you for the proper interpretation? So if you are having some kind of, you have made some kind of practice now, then only it will be better. You can do a proper interpretation of any tool. In the industry, naturally they will use the all those tools, Power BI, Tableau. Okay, but at the time of interview, they will ask you whether you are having the knowledge of those tools also or not. But when you will present your project, it is a good idea you use this particular manual approach.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. So it has worked fine. Here mining, metal, others, there are three basic industries are there. So if you want that whatever this number is there, na, you want to display that number on this place. So you can write some line of code and those numbers will be also available there. So some if you want to write here some percentage sign, if you want to pass here, that also we can do. So overall it's, so in the, they have 57% of mining industries, metal industry is also 32%, and others are 12%. Okay. So these all things we can do with the help of this. And
Sir,
yes, please.
if you just show the graph of that, the
Yes,
upper limit of the graphs like a metal or others, it is not a 57, whatever the coming is now. Yeah.
yeah, it is 57. Na? Look here, it's 57.
And the second one, metals,
Yes,
32.
it's 32.
Okay.
So similar kind of various kind of graphs we can plot, and we can get the idea. So I'm not doing all the graphs, I'm not plotting all the graphs. So let's do something. If you want to plot a subplot, you can do that also. You can in the one plot also, in the one place, 2-3 images you can do with the help of subplots. So that thing also you can do. So this is the basic things. Bar plot we can do. Many other things are available here. In also you can do something like bar mostly we use here. Okay. So 1 minute. Let me see some kind of. Let's work on the season. This is also the interesting one. Na? Here we have created a new column like as country, and whenever we plot any kind of bar plot, count plot, always pass the x-axis as the categorical variable. So this is the categorical variable. This one is also, this is also categorical. Even the accident label is also categorical. This is also okay. So always pass the bar plot if you are doing something in matplotlib also. So in the y-axis we try to pass the numerical variable, continuous variable, and x-axis always should be the categorical one. Okay, so I have plotted a season also here, which is the season. Yes, this one. So you can plot a graph related to season also, in which particular season the accidents are high, and which particular day. This these many things we can try. That which particular day a number of accidents are high. So it all depends what different data set, what different columns we want to use. So let me see one accident. Let me try one thing, something new. Accident label. Let's do that thing. That is also interesting one. Accident label. Let's do in the accident label. So save, copy paste. I'm just making copy paste because I'm not making much changes here. So analysis of accident label. In place of sector, just write the accident. Label sent, and industry sector we have to write the accident label. All fine. Next, the bars here also we have to write the. We can do one thing. We have another column also. If you want, we can add that column in this graph only. Okay. So let's add that particular column also. That is the potential accident level. There are two type of accidents are there. One is the accident level and one is the potential accident level. Let's add this also. Potential accident level also in the same graph. So here we can write potential accident label equal to same thing. I will just change this name. So in place of accident level, it is potential accident level, and value counts, all those things perfect. No need to change. And then next we will do the, so we will have to concate these two, then only it will be come here properly. So let's do the, let's concate it. So potential AC potential level equal to PD dot concate AC potential this and this one. Let me get CNT is to look better. Plotting a graph usually takes good amount of time. Okay. So these things we will concate, and we can write x is equal to 1. And I think all fine, no need to do anything. No need to required. Okay, let's see. And then we have concatenated it, and we can melt it further. So AC pot again equal to pd dot melt. There is one another function is there, melt. If you have concatenated, it will melt it. Then it will basically it will give the whatever the different columns are there. Na? So according to the column, you can decide the severity of the accident, whether it is the severe or not. These things also we can pass here. So here we are passing this the melt function, and simple we will write the AC pot. Okay. First of all, let's try without doing anything. Let's see what kind of result we are getting. Then we will see. I think it should work. HP bar. Let me write here AC pot. Okay. And this all those things. Let's try. What kind of result we are getting? Yes. Okay, that has not plotted. Only we are finding this thing. 1774 is the accident level, and potential accident is 12. So out of this 74, the potential accident are 12. Here out of this 9, the potential accident was 22. 7, potential accident is 25. And again, these two figures are coming inside this. 734 and 2 accident is 2, potential accident is 7 in the local. Because I've given the local this heading name, that's why it's coming local. The x-axis, y-axis I have given the, so we should not write here local. This what is the name of this y-axis? Basically, accident potential. We can write here, no? This is the axis. The local is not the good name. What should be the name x-axis? What should I write here in the x-axis?
Accident level.
Yes, we can write accident.
Yeah, x-axis is accident level, while y-axis is like potential accident level.
Why is the percentage all fine? Accident we can write accident level. So this is all the info. Out of the 74 number of accident, basic accident, the 12 are this, and here the two categories they have combined. Okay, so if you want, we can separate this also. Simple, we can separate them also. But what line of code is required here?
Sir, but in the bar graph, it is just showing the bars according to the potential capacity. When the potential level, not the accident levels.
Percentage, both things are coming. Na? We are calculating this thing in percentage.
Yeah. Yes, yes, percentage. But according to bar, it is showing only the potential level, like 12. Bar upper side is the only 12. Here is 22. Like this.
Yes, so it is a number, and here we are getting all uh, combined in this particular. Out of this, what is the percentage ratio? That thing we are calculating. Okay,
Yeah, no. So my means is here the accident label on the first graph is a 74, and potential accident label is a 12. But the bar graph it still stop on the 12 number, not go to the upper side. Means it is not including the upper. Only the lower one amount is there. It is just showing that.
Okay. wait a minute, let me change something. Okay, suppose I write here AC pot equal to PD dot melt AC pot dot set index and we can rename this particular as a what is the severe accident, all those things also. What kind of accident is it, whether it's type 1, type 2, type 3. So let me try that thing also. So then rename as columns. So when you work some kind of engineering project, now these all things are required to understand the concept. I'm just writing here severity. Okay, how severe this particular accident is, and then simple we can write the variables, we can pass the values or levels. Okay, variables equal to level. Then I hope so it will give some kind of severity, and here we will do hp dot bar AC plot, and here I will write the this thing. One is the severity. Okay. And next is the level that we have decided. Let me do one thing. This will be now. Is PD dot okay, PD dot melt, then bar severity level value, all fine. Dot ops. Yes. So let's try if it is working or not. Yes. So here we are finding, but it is some kind of overlapping is there. No problem. So this information that we are asking about, this is the so what kind of severity in the accident. This information also we are getting here. Okay. Some more detail we are able to find. So we can change this name is not properly displayed now, so we can change it X rotation. Simple. So let's write here somewhere X rotation. So let me write here only, no problem. So the properly we can able to read the name. So X rotation, ROTATION. X rotation, whatever angle you want. Suppose I'm writing here 45-degree angle. So it should be rotate this particular name. Okay. This is the thing. Accident level, potential accident level. You can find the severity. So this interpretation is required whenever you plot any kind of such graphs. And I have not said the height is very less now. So this is all fine. 800 is okay, but height is less. Make it 500.
Sir, here the AC.melt. What is the use of melt?
It's a one particular function in the pandas. When we have done this thing, we have created it, we have concatenated this thing now. In AC, we have concatenated these two particular level. So melting means it's basically now we are opening it. We are opening it, and now at the time of plotting, it's required to open it. Na? That's the thing.
Open matlab to separate graphs?
Correct. To separate these things. Okay. So these all, there are various functions available in this particular hover. You can just see it, practice it. Okay. So these all things, so we can do lots of things on the new kind of data also. We can try this thing on the gender also here, because it is also important topic to discuss which particular genders are mostly are involved in the accident. So these things also we can calculate here, gender. So suppose we are taking here the gender, so just make a copy of it, because if you are doing some kind of analysis, so first of all we can make the idea what kind of accident levels, two different kind of accident level, which genders are mostly affecting which particular gender. That is also, that complete report the industry will expect from us, na? And there are many different other attributes here available: employees and outsiders and third party employees. Suppose a vendor person are there, they are also making a visit inside the factory, so whether they have properly followed the protocol or not, because whenever you visit a particular factory, they will ask you to wear a cap, no matter whether even it is a plastic cap, but they always provide you a plastic cap. Sometimes they provide you some kind of apron also. So these things also here available, that a part of employees you will find here, third party is also the employee type, whether they are employee or third party. So we will do the examination on this particular column also, that maximum accidents, in the maximum accidents the employees are involved or the third party are involved. Here in the gender we will see in maximum male are involved or female are involved. These all things are required. So a complete process is there whenever we work on any kind of technical data or any kind of, suppose you are working on a stock market prediction also. So just making a prediction is not enough. You cannot predict any share price like that. Just build a model and you are, so everyone will be millionaire na, very easily. They are able to predict the sales price, sorry, the stock price very easily. No, it not works like that. You have to work on the particular the attributes, sentiment analysis, news analysis. That's all things you have to combine. Then only you are able to predict correctly the sales price. Okay, not just so, here also lots of different things are there, we have to work on that. So let's work on the gender type. Analysis of gender means we are analysis of accident, means I'm not analyzing the gender, accident on different gender, that we are doing. Okay, so same right here in place of sector, gender sent np dot round in, and here we will write, basically this line is nothing but it's the value count. So if you want you can print it again. This is the simple, we are just getting this all this in this variable, a value counts, nothing else. Again hb dot bar, and here we will write the gender CNT ops title, let me write here gender. So please change the title. I have not written correctly in the last case na? So you can change it. If you want you can pass the color also here, color whatever is your favorite color you can write. Suppose I am writing here green, no problem. So green it will take. Title gender, y is the percentage, no issue. X label whatever you want to write some. X label is again the gender, so here write the gender. width already I've given 800, 300, no problem. And if you want, there are many other options are available with us. If you just press the shift tab, these all different variables are there. Okay, look, color is there, default is there, hover line, alpha. By default it is taking lots of things. Mutate, show title, show grid. If you write show grid, let's see if I'm writing show grid equal to true. I hope it's the by default it should be true. X lim, Y lim. Okay, so over, and you can write here show grid equal to. So you can play with the all these parameters whatever given, and try to understand the intuition what changes it's making. So many times interviewer, suppose we are working on the support vector machine algorithm, so very interesting parameters are there, cost, alpha, c value, alpha value, and it is a favorite question interviewer to ask, what, how do you optimize the parameter of support vector machine, c and alpha value, how it is connected. So basically c value give us the margin, create the margin between the two classes. Okay, and alpha will create the, just take the example, although this is not related to this, but I'm just giving some example like that. This is our one class, and just take the, this is our another class. Okay, so this particular kernel, assume the kernel you have created, this is the kernel. So basically we are not able to identify these two correctly, this is the wrong classification. So with the help of the C, how the C will help, this is the our support vector, this is the support vector, this particular point, last one, and this last one is the support vector you can consider. So the distance between these two is controlled by C, and this is not a correct kernel because we are not able to do this perfectly now. So we can change it with the help of gamma value. How it will control is like that. Let me choose some other color. Yes, so it will, it should be like that. It should be like that. So with the help of gamma we can create some kind of curve. It is just I'm explaining the layman term, please try to understand. We can create the curve, so we have created the curve with the help of gamma. So that kind of intuition they can ask in the interview, and you can explain these things properly. So we can create some kind of new curves in our kernel. Okay. So these same things here also it will work. Here also if you try different things, so different kind of results you can get. So let's use this one for the gender. So look, for the male we have a large number of genders, 95, and for the female we have just 5%. So it's the very less number of females are working. And if you just print this thing, now basically this is nothing but the value counts only. If you write here gender send, it is the value counts. Male 95, 5%. Usually we do that the same thing, no? The same thing. If you write here normalize equal to true, so value counts normalize equal to true, it's giving the percentage. If you don't write normalize equal to true, it will give the numbers. It will give you the numbers, but basically we require this thing in y-axis as a percentage. That's why we have passed here normalize equal to true. These things we always do on any of the data set. The column name dot value counts, the same thing we are same things we are doing here also. So now the same things we can apply this on the our employee type also, whether the employee or third party. Employee type. I hope you all are not getting bored in the class, na? Because I am doing some this kind of things.
No, sir, not at all.
Okay, something new you will learn, no problem. So here we can write employee type. So I request all of you, please complete this particular project, do some more useful kind of interpretation. Okay, so naturally you will learn something. Yeah. Let me copy employee count, not employee count, it should be employee type. Okay. And all things are same. You can write here employee type, all things percentage, and here we can write also the employee type in the x-axis also. Next. So these are the first third party, employee, and remote, third party remote. So basically what is this remote? It's not very clearly explained. Third party means it's related to some vendor person or something else. Okay. So basically we can make some kind of interpretation. We can write here that what kind of interpretation we are making. This also things are, it is also required to write all those things. Then only the meaning of doing some kind of plot. Otherwise there is just making a plot is not enough. You have to write what is the takeaway from this graphs, whatever graphs you have plotted. So these things is also required to write. So here simply we can write the large number of third party employees are here are involved. Large number of third parties employees are involved. And here we can write easily the related to the gender, large number of males are working here. So you can write the in the simple interpretation here the large number of third party. So we can, and we can also find the difference of the genders also on different in the last few columns. We found that industry type also, different industries types are, mining industry is high in number, metal industry is respectively less, others are less. Okay, so the same things you can write. Large number of third parties are there. With respect to gender, large number of male are working there. In the industry sectors, we can large number of male employees are there. Industry sector, we can write the mining industry is high. Okay, now here we can say that third party contractors, these are the third party contractors, basically contractors, or you can consider them as a vendors, have accidents at slightly more rate. They have the slightly more number of accidents of this third party vendors. Okay, and similarly male having the high number of accident with respect to female. So these all things we can do the interpretation with the help of different graphs, and we can get the ideas. So this all interpretation is required, and you have to write all those things. This also. So let me see what are the other. One is the critical range, critical risk is also there. This is the critical. So this I'm not working applying this thing. Critical description already we have extracted the information. Let me write here 2 on this. What are the last columns? So that we have calculated on the basis of this. And what is this? Gender is there, year is there, accident level is there, mining sectors, label, we have already seen this thing, days. So what other things we can do here? From the last column description score, the description, whatever these things are there, we can use these things for our prediction. This particular column we will use in the prediction also. Okay, so one more things we can do. Summer and all those things are there, no problem. Basically these two are the same column. It's not the difference. I have just created a new one. There is no much difference in this. Year, month, season we have created. Let me see. Accident level is there. Is there a risk factor should be there? No? You can calculate that also. Accident level. Months are there. How to find this thing? We can do some kind of feature engineering. We can calculate something new also. Like as if you are from this particular background, you can calculate something, some new columns you can calculate with the help of the existing columns. With the help of the existing columns, you can create something new also, and that also you can do the some kind of experiment on it. So what these things can be possible? Anyone from this particular manufacturing background who can give some idea? Yes. Okay, so no problem. This as per the given column only we will do some EDA. Like as country wise we have done, gender wise we can do, third party involvement is there or not, we can find, industry sector wise we can work. Okay, and similarly accident level, potential accident level, we can find the value counts of respect to the accident level, what is the potential accident level with respect to that index 1 2 3. Okay, level 1 what is the accident and potential accident, this thing we can try. Okay, wait 1 minute. Okay, so next part will be, let me see something. So what are the other columns we can try? This already we have worked on it. We have already calculated the sentiment score with respect to whatever comments they have made, and the same thing you can do on the season wise, weekend wise, copy paste is required, which particular time accidents chances are high, and all those things. So I'm not going much on that direction. Okay, let's do something else. Subplotting is also you can do by yourself. It's not very complicated. Subplotting you can do. If you want to work on the season, so simply just copy paste this thing, this whatever. Let's see what this is. The something can increase the size, decrease the size, like that also. So here simply you can write the season. If you want to do the analysis of the season, let's do this thing. This looks something interesting. The same thing you can try for the month and days also. So analysis of the accident on season, because season we have created. So season count np dot. Okay, so season count we have done, and next is simple. We can pass this. Df is the season, not employee type. Season is the column name. This is the season. So simply we can pass here in place of that column name season. It will give the count bar width is all fine. Employee count, title, season, accident count, y level percentage, season type, season type is not defined. Season type CNT, season CNT I have written here. So we can find the season. Autumn season has the highest number of percentage of accidents. Let me increase this size also, 500. Okay, so this kind of information we can draw, and similarly you can try this. You can combine some other sectors also along with this, that in the mining sector what kind of situation is there, in other different other sectors, country wise also you can do this thing, the same kind of calculation. Local wise also we can do. Okay, we can do some kind of hypothesis testing also here. A basic kind of hypothesis testing also you can do, just like as we are finding that in the different kind of industry sector, we found that most of the industries are related to mining industry. So we can do a hypothesis testing on this also, on the hypothesis testing, that metal and mining industry sectors here you can find in you can, when you plot these graphs, you will find that in which country, which location this metal and mining industries are there. Country 1, country 2, these things also you can calculate, and later on we can do a hypothesis testing on it. Why in this particular, or what is the, whether we are able to reject the null hypothesis or not with respect to one country where this kind of industry available or not available. So this also, if you want, you can work on that direction, and you can calculate these things, that industry sector with respect to country wise, industry sector with respect to what are the different industry sector available in different countries. So let's try that thing first. So this is the multivariate analysis, because we are combining multivariate analysis because we are combining two sectors, country as well as the industry sector. Country and industry sector. Okay. So let's try this thing, how to do this thing, how to combine this country and industry. Let's try the physical to lambda. So I'm just finding the percentage. First of all, I'm creating the percentage of x. I will conclude all the sum of the factories available, and let me write the country sector, country and industry sector. Country industry sector equal to df dot group by. One is the country column and another one is our industry sector. What is the name of this industry sector? The column name, let me see. Country industry sector, industry space sector is there, no problem. So we want to see in which country, which area a particular industry is available. So industry sector dot count, all fine, and then make it unstuck dot apply, and simple f lambda whatever we have created we will apply on it. Okay. F that we have created, and we'll pass x is equal to 1. So this thing will create. Now we can simply plot the graph, and here we will use the country sector as a, so same line will be there, same line of code. This so dot bar, if I write here country underscore sector, so then we have to reset the index also, because whenever we use the count, this is the group by, so index resetting is required. Okay. I hope it should work. Comma. So these two things also will pass, no problem here also. This is the country and industry sector. Okay. Now when we apply this thing, it should give the result. Let's see. Unmatched. Where is unmatching?
Before ops, after industry sector.
Here, no? Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So why this is unmatched? Because this is required. Okay. So here we have to write the dot bar Okay, here we have to, I think it's required we have
Besides the country industry sector, the list you have assigned, there is a comma values, then the brace is extra.
melt it also.
Sorry, the parenthesis is extra.
Yes, yes. Let me see. I think it should work now. Large error. The following dimensions are not found in industry sector. What is this I've written? Industry sector. Industry sector. This line is
Small is for sector, sir.
here, no?
Below, next. Yeah.
Yes. So basically, we are finding in country 1, we have mining industries, metal industry, but very few number of other industry. In the country 2, metal, mining, others are there, but in country 3, there is no metal industry, no mining industry, only other industry are there. Okay, so we can make some kind of observation here by looking at this, that this is the something, if I drag it.
So can you paste the code?
Yes, yes.
And sir, you just mentioned the sometime before about the hypothesis testing. So, sir, it is a request. Could you please make a one code of the testing?
Yes, yes, I will do. Don't worry. So I pasted the code. It's available, no? Code. I pasted the code. Yes, yes. All code.
Yes, sir, it's available.
So first of all, just make a basic observation, whatever is there, a basic idea. Observation is there that metal and mining industries plants are not available in this thing. This is the major observation we are making, that metal and mining industry is not available in country 3. Are not available in country 3. And distribution of industries, with respect to this, we can also check that the distribution of industries, like as in country 1, the mining is the highest number, and this is very less. 18% is only this. 81% is mining. This is hardly 1% for this also. So you can also write these things are there. Okay. So we can try some kind of statistical significant. We can check it, that the proportion of industry sector, whether it belongs to different countries, the proportion of industry sectors is not differ in different countries and differ in different countries. So as we are finding here, as per our observation, the proportion of industry sector is differ in different countries. As a data scientist, as a analyst, we are finding this thing, and this is we want to check whether this is not by chance. Whatever we have calculated, it is a true. So that's all called the hypothesis testing. Okay, so what's the first, the question has arisen, one doubt has arisen here, we are saying, as per the ground that we have found here, the proportion of metal, mining and other industries in country 1 and country 2, country 3, is there is a huge difference. There is a difference in the all those things. So we can do a hypothesis testing on it. We can do a hypothesis testing. We can find the p value with respect to metal industry, mining industry and all other industries, and then we can check whether we are able to reject the null hypothesis or not. So before starting anything, first always it is expected to write the what you want to check, what is your doubt. That's the hypothesis testing. First doubt, once, for simple example, if you tossed a coin 10 times or 100 times and 90 times you found tail, 10 times is head. That means you have a doubt this quiz is biased. First question will come your doubt, and whatever doubts you have created, it is created by a person who is doing this particular test, the investigator. And whatever investigator has the doubt, just opposite is the null hypothesis. So investigator doubt is the alternative hypothesis, and it will be encountered by a null hypothesis. Null hypothesis will say no, 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 this coin is all perfect, this coin is not biased, it's a good, it's a correct coin. There may be possibilities that if you will toss a coin 100 times, it may be possible, the probability is low, but it is possible that 90 times you will get head. You got the head 90 times, it is, but that doesn't mean that coin is biased. That is the null hypothesis statement. An alternative hypothesis statement is whatever the investigator is claiming. So here we all are the investigators. So we found the proportion of metal mining and other industries in country 1, country 2, country 3 are different, are significantly different. So this is our observation. The proportion of metals that is on the proportion of metal mining and other sector industries in countries, in different countries, are significantly different countries. There is a statistically difference, there is a statistically significant difference. There is that's our observation. So this observation is the alternative hypothesis. So let's do the hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing means what? This thing we are finding through observation. This thing we are finding through whatever comments we have made. This is through the plotting the graphs, and we are making the conclusion. We are giving the observation. Let's do the same thing statistically. Just find some number, find the p-value. Okay. So on that basis, we will able to say whether this statement is correct or not. Whatever we are finding through the images. So let's do a hypothesis testing for the above comments, above statement. So before starting any kind of hypothesis testing, the very first statement required is you define the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Okay, define the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So it is always easy to first write the, although many people are able to write this also, but this is also right of one approach you can apply. The first you can write the whatever is your alternative hypothesis. So alternative hypothesis is this: the proportion of industry sector is different in different countries. Proportion of industry sector is different in countries. This is our observation. But the null hypothesis will say, no, the proportion of industry sectors is not different in different countries. It's not different in different countries. So these first things we have to define. Next is required, what is the significant level? Yes, sorry. So what was the question? Yes, what was the question? Can you please repeat? You are asking how we have decided the null hypothesis. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Null hypothesis means always a thumb rule. Always remember, nothing is extraordinary. Everything is normal. All thing is normal. That's the meaning of null hypothesis. If you are saying, look, in the school, the performance of the students, because you have done some kind of investigation and you found that performance of the students are not very good. Few students are not performing well. So the null hypothesis will say, no, everything is normal. All students are performing well. Just like a coin, you are saying coin is biased. He's saying, no, coin is not biased. If you have made some kind of proposal and you have submitted to government, if you will apply this particular approach, the improvement will be there in this particular area. If you will just take a simple example, if you are in the pharmaceutical manufacturing company, you are a scientist, you are giving some kind of proposal. If you modify this particular drug or medicine, the efficiency of this medicine will improve. The null hypothesis will say, null hypothesis means the finance department who will release the fund. They will say, no, it's not possible. Even if you make the formulation of this particular medicine, the efficiency will not increase. That's the null hypothesis. Everything will be is normal. They are not interested in accepting the change. As a layman, I am explaining all those things. This is the null hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis is the scientist suggestion, researchers suggestions, investigators opinion or suggestion. This is the thing. They are saying, no, all the sectors, all the countries having similar proportion of different industries, all the countries, and you have done this particular experiment through any source, and you are saying, no, proportion of the industry sector is different in different countries. That's the two questions as arise. Now we will see these things statistically through numbers, that whether we are able to reject the null hypothesis or not. I'm not sure how much confidence you are in this particular topic, but these particular topics play a very important role in the industry. Many people says like that, if we are rejecting the null hypothesis, then we are accepting the alternative hypothesis. This is not the correct statement. We are rejecting the null hypothesis, but that doesn't mean you are accepting the alternative hypothesis. Still, you cannot say that yes, this particular null hypothesis, because it is just on the basis of the significant label, you are rejecting the null hypothesis. Even if your alpha value is very close to 0.05, very close, you are rejecting the null hypothesis. But still, it is not just like as you are rejecting the null hypothesis, your alternative hypothesis is true. No, it is not the actually meaning. The likelihood is there that we are rejected the null hypothesis, and whatever you are saying, it may be correct. Okay, this is the actual meaning. So if you read more in detail, basically the rejection of null hypothesis doesn't mean we are accepting we are 100% agree with the alternative hypothesis. It's the chances, question of chances will be also there. It's a likelihood. It's the likelihood concept here. So the first step we have decided this. Second step we have decided the alpha value. third step, we have to identify the test statistics. So there are two major methods are there. One is the Z test and another one is the T test. Okay, so Z test, T test mostly will use when our number of observations are less than 30. We apply these particular concepts, and the Z test, and but when you do the calculation, so let's see what kind of result we are getting from this. So let's identify the test statistics. It's the Z test. And then we will use the, finally our step will be the calculate the p value. So if you will do some project sole based on the hypothesis testing, and suppose you are mentioning some project in your resume from Kaggle kind of topics like as prediction of bank fraud, prediction of credit card fraud, prediction of some kind of housing price, or whatever topics you can rename it, no problem. But if you have no any idea which topic you should choose, better to choose a hypothesis testing research topic. It will create an amazing impression in the interview, believe me, because you cannot make a copy paste in hypothesis testing. Your sole concept is required, your thoughts, your understanding level is required. So if you have mentioned a nice statistical topics in your resume, no matter whatever sector you are applying, finance sector, medical sector, it is a gold standard project. It will fit everywhere. Just like as our potato, whatever vegetable you are making, tomato you can mix anywhere, na? Tomato, whatever vegetable you are making. So it's a universal. The same thing, hypothesis testing or statistical project will always rewarded in all the industries, each and every industry. Although you are not doing any kind of prediction there, it's all mathematics you have done. So if you pick such kind of project, na, really, even you are a fresher, even you have a 0 year of experience, you mention just I have worked on this topic, and you have the capability to explain this thing in detail. Believe me, the interviewer will definitely realize that you are one of the valuable candidate, because very few people work on that topic. Yes, please.
So you are suggesting that we should do this testing on any model?
No, I'm not asking model. Just pick the case study. Just very common popular case study. Last 2-3 years, people are doing the COVID case, hypothesis testing on the COVID case. There are many topics available in the pharma industry, agriculture industry, banking sector industry. You can do some kind of statistical case study, which will also combine the hypothesis testing. Yes,
sir, I was practicing myself on data set of bank note authentication.
Yes, it's also a nice one.
Can I apply this thing there?
But bank note authentication is the Kaggle project.
Yes, sir.
Very common one. So don't write this subject. Whether you can use the topic, the demonetization, the hypothesis testing on the demonetization. Okay, the note has been changed. Earlier the note was different. Now the note was different. What is the impact on the society? What is the impact on the business world? Do such kind of research. Mention this thing in your project. Demonetization word.
So this is different from modeling, the projects on modeling.
Yes. This will work fine. Similarly, you can pick a topic like as the through the this one of my students who is doing MBA, they have done on it. The topic is the forensic investigation on bank account. Suppose you are having a bank account and I have some kind of doubt that you have given some bribe. There are lots of illegal transaction you have made your bank account. So forensic investigation on bank. This is one of the nice topic. So pick such a topic that seems to be an original one, not the Kegel. Kegel topics are looks like as a hello world of machine learning. It's look like as a hello world. You have printed through the user by the use of machine learning. It will not work. Those kind of projects, yeah, can work. You have huge experience, all those things. But if you are making some kind of transition in this industry, fresher, do some unique, do something unique. That's I given some example. Okay. So next is the calculate the.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Sir, I have a doubt. You have mentioned that rejecting null hypothesis does not imply that accepting alternate hypothesis.
Yes.
So null hypothesis is either true or false. Only there are two possibilities. Am I right?
Yeah, only two options are there. But in statistics,
if it is false, then if it is false,
no.
Then
yes. Yes. Continue.
So we have two possibilities. Either you can, if you reject means when null hypothesis gets rejected, that means null hypothesis is false. If null hypothesis is false, that means alternate hypothesis is true. Obviously, am I right?
No, we never use this word. Either we are able to reject the null hypothesis or not able to reject the null hypothesis. This word always we use. We never use the word we are able to accept the alternative hypothesis and not able to accept the alternative hypothesis. We are not, basically, we are not accepting the alternative hypothesis. We are rejecting the null hypothesis. We are accepting the null hypothesis and we are rejecting the null hypothesis. Okay. But that doesn't mean if you are able to reject the null hypothesis, your alternative hypothesis is 100% proved. No. It's the likelihood. We are using the word here likelihood. Likelihood means there is always some chance of doubts. Some options of doubts are available. So we will always use the word. That doesn't mean if you are rejecting the null hypothesis, that 100% you are accepting the alternative hypothesis.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So let me see. Try this thing. So that's why always you use the word rejection the null hypothesis, not able to reject the null hypothesis. We are not use the word rejecting the alternative hypothesis, not able to. These things we never use statistically. So let me think the mining sectors. Let me see what are the different countries. First of all, this is available. So I'm just creating a variable name. Then this variable name will pass in the hypothesis testing. So mining country 1 equal to DFTF industry sector. And here equal to mining. Then we will see our country. So mining is there inside this industry sector and country is the column. Then simply we'll do the value counts. Okay. So mining is our first in the value count. It will come first. And metal. Okay. So let's write here 0. No problem. Let's make a copy paste of all this thing. So mining country 2 is the industry sector is the mining country, and the second one is the this value count. All fine. The same thing we'll try for the metal industry and other industries also. So next one is our metal industry. Metal country 1, DF is the industry sector. Here we will write the metals. In the country, value counts the 0, 1, no problem. And similarly is the metal, and this is the 2 number. And third one is the others. So we can calculate this thing, country 1, country 2. Country 1, basically why we required this all, mostly we require the country 1 only. So this is not required, no problem. This is only we'll use this country 1 only. So here we will write the other industry. Other industry is the industry sector. Now here we will write the others. And this is all the value count. Okay. So let me make it. Basically, we don't require this right now. Leave it. So this is the metal 1 for 0, 1, and 2. Okay. Now we can print these all those things if you required. You can say the what is the proportion of this available of this. So let me run it. All fine. What is this? Country index 2 is the bound of 0 and size 0. Mining industry country 1, DF, country sector mining. Value counts first column. And the metal industry 1. The value counts this. Other country 1, industry sector. Others countries dot value counts 2. Index 2 is out of bound for the axis 0 with size 0. What size they are looking for? Okay, no problem. Let me make it 1 only. Let's try work or not, don't worry. Okay, so first of all we will do this thing, t-test. So let's import the jet test, and we will pass our mining industry, metal industry, and the industry sector, and then we will calculate the p-value with respect to mining industry, metal industry, and mining industry with respect to other industry. So from states model dot states dot proportion import. So here we are doing the proportion jet test, because we are making the comparison between different kind of industries. That's why we are importing the proportions jet test from states model, states proportions jet test. Okay, now calculate the t statistics. It will return the t statistics and p value when we apply the proportion jet test. When we will apply this particular proportions jet test. Okay, so basically it will ask you to pass we are making the comparison between right now between the mining and metal industry, and we are finding the p value for the mining and metal industry. First is we are creating the proportion jet test between the mining and metal industry, because we already know that here mining metal, first we'll do mining and metal. Okay, then the next proportion test we will do mining and other. Similarly, we can do metal and others, metal and mining. These many options are available with you. So let's do like that. First mining and metal industry. So proportion test, jet test, here you have to pass these variables that we have calculated. Mining industry 1, okay, and metal industry 1, and we will compare this thing with the total length of the industry sector, total length of the industry sector. Okay, so because then only we can come to know the proportion. So this will be the lane of the industry sector. Simple. Then it will give us, it will return us the value of, if you run this thing now, it will return us the value of T statistics. So we are getting this particular things in our one variable, and P value. It will return this thing, T statistics and P value. More than 2 samples are not implemented yet. Why this is, I have run this particular program, this thing, mining metal, other industries also we have used. Mining metal 1, T statistics, P value is the proportion jet test, mining metal.
Sir, in the first line that here, but if you do the mining if you print the mining country 1, you'll get 2 values, like from one is from country 1, another one is from country 2.
Yes, you are right. I think that
So-
mistakes I'm making. Here I have to write the past one only. That's why it's showing it. We have to consider only the country 1 and country
Yeah,
2.
country.
And this
Then
is,
we need to slice it, right? If you want to take a country 1, then we need to slice it like 0.
make it 0. Correct. So it should work. And this the same thing we here we have to pass 1 for the metal industry. There is something different. The country 2 and country 1. So here we required again the country 1 information. So basically here we required 1. And for the other country, if you print it, so this is not taking. This is 2, 1. What is this other? Others is there. I think this should be capital. I hope so. That's the reason. Then it will work. Because of it is not finding anywhere small others. No? That's the reason. Now it will work this time. Correct. This will also work. Second, we required 46, all fine. This is all. Now I think this should also work. Yes. Now we can take the value of P value, T value, all things we can print. So no problem. Tomorrow we'll continue from here only. Let's see the p value, what result we are getting. 2.64 into 10 to the power minus 32. It's very less. So it is very less means we are able to reject the null hypothesis. Whatever the statements the null hypothesis has made. The null hypothesis is saying that the proportion of this is the not different. No, it is different, because between these two just we have calculated mining and metal. We are finding the proportion is different. We are able to reject the null hypothesis. This is very less than the 0.05 e to the power minus 32. Right?
Sir, can you please explain again how the interpretation of p-value is done?
Okay, I'm giving a very simple example. You have, suppose you have made a proposal for a factory. You are working on in a pharma factory. The manufacturing line is, this is the manufacturing line. Drugs are manufacturing here. Okay, and you are a scientist. You have invented something that if you change the formulation of a medicine, it will be more effective. And you required to make some modification in the production channel. Then only it is possible that you can make the formulation. Just take the example, you can make the formulation in the, or just take the simple example. Suppose you are working in a bike manufacturing company, and as a intelligent engineer, you have come to know that if you will make some design change in the design of the bike, okay, so mileage will improve. That's, you have made the experiment. But now you want to do these things in real world. You want to apply this thing in your factory. So you approach the management. Look, I have worked hard. I have studied lots of books and scientists. I discussed with different friends, scientists, all those things. If you make these changes in the production plant, in the bike manufacturing, the mileage will improve. But what required? So you are saying some 50 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees investment is required in the plant. So 50 lakh rupees is not a big deal. No? Bike is, cost is 1 lakh approximately. So just 50 bikes. So no problem. You are just giving this particular idea. If you make some kind of changes here, just put some 50 lakh rupees in the plant, your bike efficiency will improve. This is your idea. Alternative hypothesis. What the finance department say? No. It is a complete waste of money. Finance department will not release the fund. It will be a complete waste of money. Even if you make these changes, the efficiency of the mileage will not improve, because this is the job of this finance department, that don't waste the money. Justify. First you justify him. On what basis you are saying? Just you have given a proposal, they will not accept, they will not release the fund. Okay, so they have rejected. Now what you will do? You will go to the senior management, because you are very much confident on your idea. You visited to the director or senior management. They will ask the finance department, why, what is the problem? They say, no, this is not work. I know very well, because this will not work. This is as per my experience. So, but you are also saying that a very good proposal, you have given a very good proposal. So what the director will say, no problem, let's have a joint meeting in the boardroom. These all fellows will called along with you, and they will ask you, look, what is the chances of failure of your idea? What is the chances of failure of your idea? So you cannot say, no, sir, it will 100% I will success. No, nothing can be possible 100%. You cannot say. If you will say like that 100%, then they will say, no problem, I will release the fund, but if it will fail, you have to pay this money from your personal account. You have to return the money. So any research we are doing in real life, there is always a chances of failure, always. But the higher management, the director will say, look, I can take a risk of 5% maximum. I can take a risk of 5%. If the chances of failure is only 5%, then it's okay. But if it is more than 5%, we can't reject our finance department. Now you are doing all these things. Statistically, you are able to prove that how the efficiency of bike will increase. So that process is called the calculation of p-value. P-value means chances of failure. If your chances of failure is less than 5%, the director will be happy. Look, the chances of failure is less than 5%. If your
So
p-value, yes,
we
yes,
can say no, the p-value is lesser than the level of significance, then we
yes, same,
reject the null hypothesis.
same thing I'm saying. Na? Level of significance, this is, na? We
Yeah.
have decided if nothing is mentioned, then by default we'll keep the significant level as 0.05. Okay, but it can change. This value can be changed. It's not necessary that if that it will be always 0.05. Depends on, suppose, what is the chances of failure of a surgery. If you'll ask a doctor and he will say, look, out of 100% I'm doing the surgery, 5% will die. It's a horrible situation. Na? You cannot
Yes.
believe that doctor. So he will say, look, out of 10,000 patients, I have made the surgery and 1% has died. Even you will be find some kind of uneasiness discussing with him. Oh, perhaps who is the unlucky fellow. But here, look, what is the significant is very, very less. Chances of failure very, very less. So it depends on domain to domain. But suppose if anything is not mentioned, it's a common domain I'm talking about, then we can keep it as 0.5. So when our chances of failure is less than this, we are able to reject the null hypothesis. Here, your chances of failure is less than 5%. So you are able to reject this finance department, and this director will release the fund. If it is more than 5%, then
So
director.
here we can keep.
Yes, here we are rejecting the null hypothesis.
So here we can keep the significance level as 0.01.
Yes, if it is 0.01 in this case, and you are finding 0.4 also, then also you are not able to reject the null hypothesis. Yes. So first of all,
Yes.
the significant level will be provided by the stakeholder. We cannot set the significant level after making all the calculation. No. Beforehand, you have to decide the significant level. The stakeholder will give, okay, this is the significant level. After giving the examination, you cannot say, na, let's make the 50% only for the first class. At the very beginning, they have told, no. If your score is more than 60%, then only you will consider as a first class. Then you are appearing the examination. This thing is already declared. After the examination, after the result, you cannot say, let's make the 40% benchmark as a first division. No, it's not possible. Na? So always p-value is, sorry, this significant level will be decided before the experiment. The stakeholder will provide us. Then we do the experiment. We will calculate what should be the p-value. If we are able to reject if it is less than our alpha value, we are able to reject. We are not able to reject. Is it clear? Yes, no?
Yes, it is clear, sir.
So these all topics are really little bit interesting, but little confusing, but not that much. But if you are finding interest, yeah, just please do some project also or some case study also related to hypothesis testing. No problem. So tomorrow, what we will do, we will just continue a little bit part of here. Then we will do the model building part. We will not do much on the EDA part and all those things, although we can do lots of EDA, lots of all the statistical things. But tomorrow, what we will do, we'll immediately start after doing some in the first half an hour, we'll discuss all those things. So some interesting things are also there, but no problem. And then the model building part will be not very much difficult. Just fit the model, predict the model, all those things are there. Some kind of label encoding, these things are also required here, because look, our data set having lots of categorical variable.
Yes.
Lots of things are there. So that also will do, no problem. After doing the label encoding, after doing the basic things, we'll start building the model, and then we will see these things.
So I have one question here.
Yes, please.
For hypothesis testing.
Yes.
So here you are doing the G-test, right? So instead of G-test, can we do ANOVA test or chi-square test for that?
Yes, these all are different kind of tests available in hypothesis, but for the p-value calculation, we apply either G-test or T-test. Hypothesis testing had different flavors. Okay, this is whatever correlation matrix you are calculating the correlation between the columns. It is also hypothesis testing. You are applying a algorithm you are assuming my random forest will work fine. This is also hypothesis testing. You are doing a model building. As a data scientist, you are thinking my all column is significant, all column is important. So your alternative hypothesis, my all column is significant. But null hypothesis, no column is significant. So that interesting thing you can find in the OLS test. Have you done the regression states model OLS? There
Yes.
it will give the p-value of all the columns. So
Yes.
statistically, it is giving the indication whether the column is significant or not. Okay. So
Okay, got it.
lots of these all things are hypothesis testing. If you even if you are doing the scaling, then whether your data set is parameter or not parameter, on the basis of that you will decide which scaling method I should approach. This is also hypothesis testing. Okay, so basically hypothesis testing means statistically proving the something. That's the approach. So there are lots of large broad area is there in the hypothesis testing. Lots of scientists has given their, like as your data is normally distributed or not. You can plot a hist plot. You can check whether it is following a bell curve or not. You can plot a QQ plot. You can check whether it is all the observations are falling on straight line or not. This is the visualization approach to check whether your data is normally distributed or not. The similar things you can do with the help of statistics also. So various data scientists has given their concept. You can find the p-value. If you are able to reject or not able to reject with the help of, so without creating a graph, you can conclude whether your data is normal or not, normally distributed or not, with the help of hypothesis testing. These all are things are there. So it's a large project, and I have to see tomorrow how to shortcut few parts and do the complete the prediction part. Okay. So I hope you all are enjoying this session also. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So no problem. Yes. Any question?
So last week I could not attend the session. Can you please post a data set links in the chat box so that I can type out any practice?
Okay, data set, although it's available on the Google Drive, but 1 minute. Let me see what is the size of the data set. Okay, and similarly, I'm just sharing this also. If required, you can download it. So this today is 9th. So whosoever has not filled the last time the form, if they fill, they can share just send me the hi message on my WhatsApp number. I will add you so that you can check the status, my day-to-day status, and definitely it will be interesting.
Sir, we don't have your WhatsApp number, although we have filled the form.
Okay. So I'm just writing here. Please, my
Okay.
WhatsApp number is, please mention. WhatsApp number is 8800686128, and my name is Mithilesh. Please send me hi message, and I will add you.
Sure.
Okay. 8800686128. Okay, and I'm just sharing this also. This PDF file is this also Jupyter notebook also. If you want, you can download here also. The small file is there. I will also upload on the Google Drive.